Morning folks, it's Jake here at Walkie Farm in Wamagama, and I've just built a poor boy fence and laneway. We've done one loop around this property with our rotational grazing, mainly daily moves and with very basic infrastructure. And once you've done a loop, you sort of figure out the easy bits, the harder bits, tricky bits, and I think that that's a good way to struggle through that. Use too many reels, use too many step-ins, make things complicated, get around it once, and then you'll have a pretty good idea where to deploy some more infrastructure. Because I've gone out, bullet a gate, looked at a map and put some stuff in, and you might not be the right place. And I'm a big fan of putting in cheap infrastructure so you're not attached to it. It's easy to move. These cattle are ready to move. They've been mooing at me. They've had enough of where they are. And today's the day on our grazing plan that I calculated that they'd had enough, but our stocking rate has slightly increased with the purchase of these new Nguni cows. 5 new animals, 4 adults. So we're going to call them up. I just strung up this corridor because we've got I'm still trying to figure out what the best way to run the loop around the farm is, because you can look at it and run it like a clock, move around the farm clockwise, and that works in terms of geography, but it doesn't work in terms of paddock quality and recovery time. For instance, to do our loop, we should go through that paddock and then that paddock, but that paddock's better quality than that one and recovers quicker. So we sort of have to do it backwards. That's just an example of how it doesn't always work to do things in a physical order. Come on! Come on! Where's Otto when I need him, hey? He does a good come on, that boy of mine. Come on! Come on! Here's a bit of the ground cover we're leaving behind. Not amazing, but it'll stop the ground from burning, and this poo here would be 3 or 4 days old. 4 days old. It's just been riddled with dung beetles. Look at that, it's beautiful. Still damp inside, but it's been really worked. Come on! I've come to them when they're full, haven't I? They've been bawling since 5:30 this morning. It's getting close to midday, must be close to midday now. The kids are in town and I've just been going hammer and tong, throwing fences in, and had my radio playing with the band, the essential hits of the band. That was pretty good. Who's going first? Mila? Well, Betsy, go. You love it, I promise. You love it, I promise. Ooh, Kai's given Mila here a sniff. Are you the lucky lady today? Are you the lucky lady? Come on, Kaya. You too, big boy. Come on, darling. Come on, come on. Hey, hey, hey. Don't do that to me. You go up. Come on, Betsy. Come, Mila. You show him. You show him. There it is, there it is. There we go. Oh, slippery grass. There we go. Come on. You show him. Come on. Jerseys are great. Lead cows. They're obviously just not hungry enough for this to be an easy call and move. But we got it done. Don't graze while you go, just march, guys. Come on. Yeah, adding these new head in here definitely bulks the mob out a bit, and all these little calves, I keep talking about them, but all these little crosses that I force weaned through winter just because of how hard the season was getting. And that what happened was they were on a block, on a lease block at Bongilla on Jersey cows, and the grass ran out, and I don't have equipment and infrastructure there to feed out hay. There's nothing for me to use, so, and the Jersey cows were falling apart. because what a Jersey will do is let 4 calves suck off it. So the calves were doing great. Each calf was just going from cow to cow to cow all day long. But the cows weren't doing so well, so we had to pull them out, let those Jerseys recover, which they have. And we've grown a lot of feed there now. What are you coming back for? Oh, Kaya, this is what bulls do. They go, I don't know what you're up to, but I'm not going to let you do that. Can I turn you around, big boy? Do you want to come? Hey, hey. he's like likely. Come on. Up, up. Come on. Walk up. Come on. Hey, walk up. Come on. Up, up. Should have made this a little bit narrower. Come on. Up. Oh, princess. Up. Come on. Up. Walk up. Come on. Up. There we go. Come on. Up. There we go. Come on. Walk up. Come on, darling. Okay. Walk up. Come on. Come on. Good cows. Good cows. Hey, now we've got a production line happening. Come on. There's for the last 20 metres I ran out of step-ins and the fence is really low to the ground, so I think Princess will just step over it to get back in. Her udder is full, full, full. I've been saying it for 2 weeks, but we're getting close to a little calf there, folks. Neighbours just put their Hereford cow and calves in the adjoining paddock, so probably a good time to get Kaya away from that side of the farm. We are bordering another neighbour here with cows, and they'll have a rent bull coming in soon, but I called them this morning and everyone's in a good place and organised. Their bull's not here yet, the cows are not in an adjoining paddock. The only reason, you know, people look at my bull and they get scared because he's got horns and they're really apprehensive about him, even though he's probably one of the more calm bulls around. I understand you can't trust him. And that fence line that adjoins this western neighbour of ours, oh, they're all getting out, is the only fence line on the farm, ironically, that doesn't have a hot wire. And I believe the reason for that is because their property used to be part of the original title of this property. So the landowner we bought this farm off subdivided that block off and sold it. So it would have been an internal fence that he never worried about, and no one's ever done anything about it since, which is fine. So we'll fix that. I told them to let me know when the bull's coming and we'll make a plan. I've got the gear. We'll put up a hot wire before then. Oh, the poor calf. Here they go, up the laneway. See how they've turned hard? Now this is what they do. You're stuck, aren't you? Go on, princess. Sorry, buddy. I get criticised for the shaky camera work, I understand, but we're trying to move calves here. Get up. Get up. Go to mum. Hey. Get. Up. Up. Once you're in, princess. Good cows. Okay. That was a little bit hardcore for YouTube, wasn't it? That would be a easy peasy one if we weren't trying to film. And there we go. So the little ones will slip under, that's fine. This hot wire's live. Probably have 8 kV, or should have. That one's not getting zapped. It's cool to see them bunched up like that, isn't it? So they're gonna go straight up here. There's a little landing pad there, which is where I'll move their trough. And then they'll have the top side of this hill, which is probably 2 days worth of feed. And then we set up another poor boy fence around this riparian area, which I'll show you on the next video. And we're going to use this boundary fence that I've made and that boundary fence to strip graze along this way, probably fencing back to a central water point. But I'll just let them take their time now and work themselves up the hill. It's pretty steep. I've walked up it like 6 times today, putting this fence in. Mickey here still gets picked on. She's been here for weeks. There's two specific cows that give her a hard time. This one and Miss Betsy. But I'm getting hot and thirsty, so I'm going to go have a drink. I might swing down to the Wamargama pub and have lunch actually. And then I'll come back and I'll start packing up all this fencing and getting everyone organised. The nice thing about the fence they're in is I can actually run them down the paddock they're in now. I can run them down the driveway into the cattle yards. So I might actually do that Sunday arvo, which is tomorrow, and I'll draft out all these little ones and then I'll start ferrying them back into town into Bungilla next week. I'll just take a trailer in every day. I think it was 2 trailers to get them out and they've grown a bit, so I think it'll be 3 trailers to get them in. I've only got a little tandem trailer. Righty everyone, thanks for watching.